Okay, let's start. Look at the graph, students. Graph part. So yesterday we did till the graph, right? Till here. All of you understood this graph part? Okay. I'll explain the shapes now. Just a quick explanation on the properties. What's the property of a square, students? For a square? Yes. Just make a note. All the sides will be equal. Okay. If all four sides are equal, it is a square. What about rectangle? Only the opposite sides. The diagram can be like this, or rectangle can be like this. I'll tell you how to identify. Next, parallelogram is similar to rectangle but slanting. What's the property of parallelogram? It should be slanting, but opposite sides are equal. Rhombus. Rhombus is similar to square, but it is slanting, students. It should be slanting. All the sides are equal. Okay, next we have trapezium. Trapezium is the most important part. In board exam, you get question related to trapezium. A trapezium is like this. Where none of the sides are equal, students. This is a normal trapezium. So what do you mean by trapezium? Any one parallel side is opposite. Look at AB and BC. It has one pair of parallel line. AB and BC. Sorry. What about these two yellow lines? Are they parallel or transverse? Yes. It has one parallel line, one transverse. Next, isosceles trapezium. See, one pair of parallel line, and these two sides are equal. It's 5 and this is 7. So the first one is normal side trapezium, second one is isosceles. Just make a note quickly. If you know it, no problem. If not, just draw the students. Apart from that, you'll have right angle triangle, isosceles triangle. I think you'll know those. Is this clear? Shall we start solving? If you want, write it or just ignore student. Just make a note of trapezium. Trapezium is important. Square, rectangle, parallelogram. And Eileen, Kia, Bhargavi, when do you have science class? Every day, what is it every day? Okay, anyone of class at 8? Fine. If you're not going, fine. Anyone else? Class at 8 o'clock? Okay, because I'll be conducting till 8:15 or 8:20. Because 1 hour is not sufficient, students. That's the reason I told you all to join. This is only on Thursday and Friday. Okay, for Thursday, Friday, I'll take for 1.5 hour. Okay, let's start solving. What else is left? Square, rectangle, parallelogram, trapezium, rhombus, kite. See, kite diagram will be like this. These two sides are equal. These two sides are equal. This is a kite. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you're going to understand now. Because this is a total. If I've gone through the yesterday's class completely, it's a very easy concept. There's only two logics in this. Okay, we'll continue with the students. Which part was this? Briefly turn the paper. Okay, what is this geometrical figure? Now we all have to answer. What is the shape of this? Trapezium or isosceles trapezium? Yes, it's isosceles. Two parallel lines. See, these two are equal. And you don't have to prove. You can just use a scale to measure. Just measure using your scale. They would be equal. Okay. The C second one is the measure of the angle ABB. What is measure of angle AB? Measure. Okay, I think measure in the sense angle value. ABB dash. ABB dash. All of you look at ABB dash, students. Look, in an isosceles trapezium, I mean not isosceles, just remember this. If I draw a parallel line like this, what is the total angle formed? Where 290. So this is definitely half of its. Okay, if I draw this, don't draw anything, just observe. This entire thing is 90. A line is passing exactly through the diagonal. So what is the angle formed here? Half of 90 is 45. Did your teacher do any calculation or use protractor out? How did she teach? Then use protractor. Do you have protractor with you all? Not right now. Okay, look here. I'll tell you how to use the protractor. It is this angle. What's angle are we getting? From 0, what's angle am I getting? No, no, no. It's around 55, right? This is how you have to measure, students. Here I just drew a random line, it is 55. Okay, so this is where you need to keep the protractor. What's angle are we getting? Are we getting 45 degrees? So use your protractor in exam and measure it. Yes, Aarti, why have you joined late? Felicia, Aarti. Okay, okay, fine. Continue this. I already completed that part, students. All of you understood? 45 degrees. Okay, better use protractor, students. Next. Okay, stop writing. Let me do the next part. The image A double dash of A and A is reflected in the origin. What do you mean by that? No, no, no. The image A double dash. We have to find A double dash, right? So image of A, students. When A is reflected in origin. What's the actual value of A now? 3 comma 2. If it is origin, what did I tell you? Yes, minus 3 minus 2. Okay, let me plot minus 3 minus 2. Whenever the word origin is given, both the value will change. Minus 3 minus 2. Can you see the point here? Name it as minus 3 minus 2. Okay, the image A dash when image is reflected. Minus 2. Okay, okay. Minus 3 minus 2 is minus 3 and minus 2 is US students. Is it correct? Minus 3 minus 2. Origin. They told us to connect. Nothing, right? No. So this is the answer, right? A double dash is minus 3 comma minus 2. Completed, students. Draw the diagram. Write all the answers. I'll teach you all fourth one. One more thing I missed out. Yesterday I missed out scale, right? Scale. Okay, look at this top rating. What have they given? Take 2 centimeters is equal to 1 unit. Look here. Always, whenever they tell 2 centimeters is equal to 1 unit, stop writing, students. Look, scale is very important. 2 centimeter, meaning each box is 2 centimeter. One, so you have to take 1 unit, meaning you have to take 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not only in x-axis, in all the axes it should be the same. Next, if the rate 2 centimeter is equal to 2 units, then what do you have to take? 1, 2, 3, 4 or 2, 4, 6, 8? You have to take 2, 4, 6, 8. And sometimes 2 centimeter they might give 3 units. So use 3 times table. 1 time table, 2 times and 3 times table. Next, scale. See, scale is nothing but always you're supposed to write somewhere here. Write scale value here or top or even below the graph. Okay, wherever there is space, just write scale, students. Now I'll teach you how to write scale. All of you look here, x-axis. Look at x-axis. Each unit, what have we taken? Yes, 2 centimeter is equal to how many units? 1 unit. Y-axis, same, right? So 1 unit. This is what you have to write. Usually scale we write on the graph. Right hand side there is no space. Write this entire thing on the left hand side. Yes, Kia. Who has Kia, right? Yes, Kia. 8:30 is your science, right? Can be quick, students. Complete this. Done. See, graph, I think yesterday itself I made you all do all this. All of you completed? Only two things you have to answer. Next, in board exam, students, see this point. A double dash is 3 comma minus 2. After this, they might give an extra line. In board exam, they might ask join A, A dash, A double dash. What geometry figure is formed? Okay, what geometry figure is formed? See, let me join A to A dash. It is already joined. Then from A dash, where should I join? All the way up to S. Then complete this figure. What kind of figure is this? You have to be specific. When two straight line meets, what's the angle formed here? Right angle triangle. Okay, if not, place a protractor. If you're not sure enough, place a protractor like this. You'll get 90 degrees. This line is 90. So imagine the pink one is the protractor. You get 90 degrees. It's a right angle triangle. Okay, third one is any graph required? Sorry, not third. 10th one. Have they told us to plot in graph? No. So read the question properly, students. If it is graph related, they'll mention like this. Take 2 centimeter, plot a graph, attempt this question on the graph sheet. Okay. Until and unless you see those terms, graph is not required. Look, point 3 comma 0 and point minus 1 comma 0 are, which question is this? 9th we did. 10. 3 comma 0 minus 1 comma 0 are invariant points. What do you mean by invariant points? It's invariant is point will not change, which means if this is the image, their original value is also 3 comma 0, right? This is the image, okay, under reflection in the line L1. So this is under reflection in the line L1. Look here, reflection in line L1. Just ignore reflection in this line L1 we need to find. For now I'll just remove this. Okay, if 3 comma 0 is given, which value is 0 here, students? X or Y? Yes, all of you will concentrate. For both, which is 0, Y is equal to 0. If Y is 0, if Y is 0, reflection is in which axis? No, no, no. When Y is 0, reflection should be in X axis. Reflection in which axis? X axis, right? In the question, reflection in the line L1. In this place, what they have mentioned? Line L1. So what do we need to find here? Name or write the equation for line L1. Actually, what is line L1 value? Is X axis. Is this clear? Did you understand? Okay, okay. No, so still about. I'll tell you how to write. Reflection in, all of you respond, students. In the first class I taught reflection under or in x-axis, which value will be 0 and which sign will change? Which sign will change? Yes, y sign will change. Observe this question. Is the sign changing or is the value 0? No, no. This question. For both, the value is, if the value is 0, where is reflection? In x. Now go back to the question. Under reflection and in place of x-axis, what they've given? In the line L1. So in place of x-axis, they've given line L1. Just compare it. Then what's the answer for line L1? Answer is x. Now I'll tell you how to write the answer. Are invariant. Okay, are invariant points where y is equal to 0. Therefore, where y is equal to 0. Therefore, reflection Yeah, make a note, students. You can write however you want. The statement where y is equal to 0. Reflection is on the x-axis. X-axis. Okay, tell me the statement for the second one. Don't write. Tell me the statement. Points 0, comma, -3 and what is the other one? Comma 1. Ah, okay, are invariant points, right? That which is 0 for both? No, no. Exact, not axis. X is equal to 0. Yes, reflection should be an opposite. Reflection. So now tell me the answer. Name or write equation for the lines L1. So line L1, what's the answer? Yes, line L1. What about line L2, students? Write it as y-axis. X-axis, y-axis. Write down the image. Point filter into reflection like this. Name the image. Okay, write the statement. First one. We will try second. Okay, I'll solve the second. I'll do it later. Try, students. See, point P and Q are on which reflection? Reflection in which one? No, no. L1. L1 meaning is what? X-axis. If it is x-axis, which one will be 0? Yeah, if y is 0, which sign should change? Yes, y sign will change for P and Q. Try that question. Try even the third one. Write down the image PQ, reflection L2. Okay, complete second and third. State the name. So write the answer as P dash Q dash, students. Look at the third question. Use the same PQ reflection in L2. Shall I solve? All of you completed? Look at this. Second question. Write down the images of point P. P is equal to 3, comma 4. Okay. And Q is equal to minus 5, comma minus 2. Reflection in L1. Reflection in L1. What is L1 value we add? X-axis. So in place of L1, shall I write x-axis? See, this is how we'll have to understand the question, students. Okay, both are reflecting in x-axis. This is how we have to rewrite. In place of L1, just substitute x-axis. If reflection is x-axis, which axis is 0? Y is equal to 0. If y is 0, which value will change? Oh, what do you mean by y value will change? What's the answer? Yes, 3 comma minus 4. And what's the name given? And q dash is equal to minus 5 as it is. Minus 2 becomes plus 2. Reflection in x-axis, students. Write R. R stands for reflection, Rx and Rx. So if you want, write the statement. If not, somebody told me yesterday that I think Ruth, that your teacher had done like this, right? So write it like this: Rx and Rx will get marks. Okay, P dash. Next one. So yesterday itself I told yesterday or in the first class, everything depends on the three things: reflection, y is equal to 0. If y is 0, y value will change. Next, write down the points P and same Q minus 5 minus 2. See, P and Q remains the same. Okay, reflection in which one? Reflection in L2. What was L2 we got? Y axis, right? What do you mean by reflection in y axis? X will be 0 and which value will change? Yes, R of y, R of, and you have to name it as P double dash Q double dash. If X is 0, X value will change. What's the answer? Minus 3, minus 2. So you don't have to give a brief explanation. Just keep it simple like this. You'll get full marks. But make sure you'll write Rx, Ry. These are the keywords. So if you'll have textbook and you'll just check the answer, students. Any one of you, just keep checking the answer as we solve. Is it correct? Fine. Understood? Is it right? Oh, third. Okay, there is one more question. Did you all try the fourth one as well? Okay, I think fourth one. Okay, let me solve the fourth one, students. What is given fourth question? State or describe a single. Okay, I told you all, whenever single transformation is given, P dash to P double dash. Which one you have to check? P or Q? Tell me which one. P dash to P double dash, right? Yes. Observe this. What is happening, students? For P dash you have 3 comma minus 4, and for P double dash you have, what is happening to the sign? Which sign is changing? In which point both the sign will change? Yes, correct. So how will you write this answer? State or describe a single transformation. Just write 4 like this. You can write single transformation is be quick. Single transformation is reflection through the origin. Completed? Fill have done? Okay, let me see the 11th one. The point is map to when the point is 100% single map point. State the name of the mirror line, write its equation. Try the 11th one, students. The point -2, 0 on reflection and a line is mapped. Mapped is nothing but the image formed. Mapped is the mirror image. State the coordinate of the image, the mirror line. Mirror line is reflection line. Who's asked? Kia, right? Here, Kia. If A is formed that is 2 centimeter away, okay, what is the mirror image? Given this has to be how many centimeters? A double dash. So which is the mirror line here? With exact. Mirror line is basically the line where the mirror is placed or the line where the object is reflecting. So for board exam, you'll get one question for either 3 or 4 marks. Okay, state the name of the mirror line, write its equation. Mirror line is the axis, students. Check whether it is x-axis or y-axis. Is equal to 3, the image formed at P. Both are y. Let me check because it can be x or y. We'll solve. Maybe are you solving? Felicia, I think Felicia, are you there online? Maybe Felicia. Okay, shall I solve this? All of you will complete it. Shall I do it? Fine, Felicia. If you're solving, that's enough. Yes, Anam done. Angel, Anam, Kefera. Then who else? W was So, okay. Malavika Cecilia done. Ruth Island Bhargavi. Okay. Island Bhargavi also completed. The point, okay, student. The point minus 2 comma 0 on reflection in a line. Have they mentioned what kind of reflection? No, right? It's mapped, meaning the image is formed 2 comma 0 and the point 5 comma minus 6 on reflection on the same line is mapped to minus 5 comma minus 6. Now observe this. Which sign is changing here? No, no, x value is changing, right? If x sign is changing, then reflection is in y axis. I'll repeat, minus 2 and 2. Observe this, x sign changes. If x sign changes, what is the value of x? X is equal to 0. If x is 0, then reflection is in which axis? Right, r of y. And the point 5 comma 6 on the same reflection in the same line is mapped. Even this also same reflection, meaning r of y, right? First, state the name of the mirror line and write its equation. Look here. What is the mirror line, students? Write mirror line and equation is nothing but if reflection is in y-axis, what is x? X is equal to 0. Okay, you can write comma equation. What do you mean by equation? All of you learn simple linear equation, right? Left hand side you'll have a value is equal to right hand side. This is the equation. Mirror line is y-axis, equation is x is equal to 0. Or better if you write it down here so that you don't forget. State the coordinates of the image. Done. Now what is the coordinate of image? Okay, coordinate of the image minus 8 comma minus 5 in the mirror line. What's the mirror line we got? Y-axis. So you just follow the steps what it is. Coordinate of minus 8 comma minus y in the mirror line. Mirror line in the sense what do you mean by mirror lines? Reflection, right? So write r of y-axis. If r of y is given, what is x value? 0. If x is 0, which sign will change? X. Minus 8 is given. Minus 8 becomes the other name for mirror line is reflection. Correct. Here we have done it. R of y. Below, right, x is equal to 0. So we'll get an idea. If reflection is in y-axis, x will be 0. If x is 0, the value of x will change. Okay, all of you will rejoin, students. I'll send a link. All of you will rejoin. Okay, shall we do the next question? For the 12th one and 13th, did ma'am use graph or she directly give the answer students? Any formula or graph? Everything graph? Okay, before using graph, I'll give you a direct formula for this student. It is very simple concept. See, point P 4 comma 1. I'll teach you using graph later. Q is equal to minus 2 comma 4. This formula is not given in your textbook, I think. Okay, are reflected in usually what we used to get x-axis, y-axis, right? These two are points are reflected where? Are reflected in line y is equal to 3 given. Okay, so P and Q are reflected. Usually they'll give y-axis or x-axis. Okay, but this time they've given a value. They've given line y is equal to 3. Find the coordinate of P dash, the image of P and Q dash, the image of Q. Okay, all of you will make a note of this formula, students. Whenever they give a y value, y is equal to 3, look here. This is the formula. Just imagine y is equal to a. Then the formula is x minus y plus 2a. Which value is given here? For y the value is given or for x? The question. Y, right? So this is the formula. Write x in place of y, it should be minus y plus 2a. So what that means is, if I take this p value 4 comma 1, the answer for this is, look here, use this formula. X will remain as it is, students. What is x value given here? What is x? 4 comma, this calculation I'll show you, minus y plus 2a. So minus as it is, what is y value given? 1 plus 2 into a is nothing but this value. What is this? 3. If you solve this, minus 1 plus 2 threes are 6. Minus 1 plus 6. How much is minus 1 plus 6? 5. So the reflection of P is 4 comma 5. Okay, I'll repeat once again. See, all of you make a note of this. If for y, if extra value is given, use this formula. And for x, if extra value is given, comma y. First make a note of this. This is the last concept. So if you're thorough with this, almost all the questions are done in reflection. So this a is nothing but this one, students. You have to substitute this. See, observe this. If y value is given, y will be minus y plus 2a. If x is given, it is minus x plus 2a. X and y will remain same, whatever is. I will made a note. Done. Okay. See, just because your teacher didn't teach the students, if you ignore this, it is very tough to solve the graph. I mean, not very tough. If you know this, it is very easy. Okay, if you know this, it is very easy to solve the graph part. Now look here. 12th question. Which value is given here? X value or y value? Y is equal to what? Y is equal to 3. Take this as y is equal to a. If y is a, what's the formula we use? X will remain as it is, minus 2. What is a value? 3. Now we are going to use this formula to find both the answer. So what they have given? Find the coordinates of P dash, the image of P and Q dash, the image of, find the coordinates of P dash, the image of P, I think there is some printing. Let us find the image of both students. First P dash. Okay, this is X value, this is Y value. Use this formula. What is X value given? 4, comma. Substitute your students. See, let me take 4, comma 1. X value 4 will remain as it is. Substitute this here. Minus 1 plus 2 into what is A value? 3. Minus 1, 2 3s are 6. What is minus 1 plus 6? 5. So what is P dash we got? 4, comma 5. Okay, I'll teach graph later. Graph is, you didn't understand. Use this formula. So x minus y plus 2a. Okay, so let me take this. I'll put 4 here and 1. Fine. So P dash is, observe, yes, to look at the screen. What is x value given? As it is. In place of y, what is y value given? Just substitute minus 1 plus 2 into what is a we have to take. If you solve this, you get 4 comma minus 1 plus 6. Okay, even for q use the same formula, students. Okay, I'm taking the formula like this. What is q value given? Just right below this. Okay, what is x value? Minus 2, comma. What is y given here? So write minus as it is, 4 plus 2 into what is a value you have to take? 3. If you solve this, q dash is minus 2. What's the answer for the students? Minus 4 plus, what is minus 4 plus 6? Just check the answer in textbook. Is the answer given like this? Are these two the answers? Even without solving graph, you can get the answer. Okay, if it is MCQ, do it like this. Graph is not required. Look, I'll explain, students. No problem, I'll explain once again this very important concept. See, concentrate. Look at the screen, all of you. Y is equal to 3. Take it as y is equal to a. Therefore, what is a value? 3. Okay. Then, what's the actual formula if you have to use if y value is given? X will remain as it is for y minus y plus 2a. This is the formula. Clear? Now look at p dash. Just substitute. Compare this. What is x value given? Oh, I'll write 4. For y, just replace this. So what is it? Minus 1 plus 2 into what is a value? Okay, if you just think like this, it would be confusing. Once again, tell me the formula, students. If y value is given, what's the formula we have to use? X will remain as it is minus y plus 2a. Now, if you want to solve p dash, what is x value here? 4. What is y value? Just substitute. Just substitute here. What is x value? 4. In place of y, what should I put? Minus 1 plus 2 into. In place of a, what should I put? 3. That is what I'm going to write here. When you solve this, what do you get? How come minus 5 plus 5? So the answer is p dash is 4 comma 5. Now look here. For next for q dash, take this as x, take this as y. Substitute in the formula. What is x value? What is x, students? Substitute in this formula. Minus 2 comma. What is y value? So minus as it is 4 plus what is a? We have to take 3. So if you solve this, minus 2 minus 4 plus 6. How much is minus 4 plus 6? So this is the answer for q dash. This is the answer for p dash. Next, last question. Graph will do tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll explain using graph. Yeah, those who have science can leave, students. Those who have science can leave. Attend tomorrow at 7. Yes, good night. You can leave. Those who have science class can leave. Other 2 minutes, Ruth. If you have done with this, The students done? Completed? Okay, and remaining will continue tomorrow. Okay, attend at 7 all of you. If you've done, you all can leave. Yes, good night. All can leave. Yes, all can leave.